friends, this is Tiffany back with another video, part 3 of how I found out that I had cancer. In my last video, I think I left off where my oncologist had called me to give me my results of my PET scan, and he did inform me that the cancer was in one area, and they wanted to continue, go ahead with surgery. So I followed up with my surgeon, and of course I had to go for my lab work and my pre-op and everything. That was April 16th, I think I met with my surgeon, and he's scheduled for surgery April 19th. This was it was, you know what, I won't say it was a blessing because I knew that I didn't have cancer. It wasn't showing cancer anywhere else in my body. So when I found out, I was just so happy. My coworkers and my friends and my family, they were so supportive. I had so much love. My gosh, it helped me out so much because I felt kind of like I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. I needed to hear that. I needed, like someone to hold my hand and people praying for me. It was good, knowing that they were rooting for me and praying for me. And I had so much love. It was a wonderful feeling. Anyway, so I went in for all my lab works and everything. I went in for surgery. My family, my kids went with me, my mom, my dad, my entire family, except for my sister. She couldn't make it out. They're over in Hawaii. So I went for my surgery, came out, everything was really good, except for this time when I was in a lot more pain. I did feel it. It was a lot worse than my last surgery. It was a big difference. The surgeon did inform me that unfortunately he had to take out part of my muscle and a lot of flesh. When they went in, they did have the pathologist there, and they were checking as they performed surgery. So he said unfortunately they had to take out so much flesh, so they were kind of worried that it would look like a shark bit me in my back and it would never like completely flatten out. Sort of like an arch shape in my back, like literally like I got bit by a shark, because he had to take out so much flesh. He said it took out so much flesh and part of your muscle. So I remember when I got home, I looked like the humpback. I had this big old like patch on my back, and I looked like I was a hunchback. Anyways, I was in a lot of pain. It was very uncomfortable because I couldn't do anything. Like I had stitches, this time stitches inside and out. I couldn't sleep on my back. It hurt to lay down. It hurt to stand up. I wasn't able to walk by myself. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't use the restroom alone. I couldn't brush my teeth. I couldn't write. I basically couldn't do anything. It hurt to even breathe. So it was really, really painful. I remember my family came through. My son doing like the little airplanes to feed me, and he's so silly. They were feeding me. My kids, my mom and my dad and my brother, everyone helped me out going to the restroom, and it was kind of embarrassing, but I was like, you know what? Everyone needs help sometimes, so I just thank God that I had, someone there to help me out. So it was a blessing that I had the help. So it was like I had to learn how to, strengthen myself so I was able to feed myself again, use the restroom alone. I really want to master that one because I didn't like going to the restroom with, people in the restroom with me, but it's all right, Anyway, so it was a long time. Like I was out for longer than I was last time. I think I was out for a little over a month. I think almost like 2 months this time. But it was really, really painful. It was the most painful surgery that I've ever had. I remember like I would wake up at night crying and crying because it was so painful. So I remember like the first 2 weeks I wasn't allowed to take the patch off my back. I just walked around like a hunchback. And I remember when my parents helped me into the restroom, and my dad took the patch off of my back, and I remember turning around in the mirror, and my parents were waiting to see my reaction because they actually saw it before I did. And I started laughing because it literally looked like I was bitten by a shark. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was so crazy. But it looked so horrible. Like, I can't describe how bad it looked. But then I thought to myself, I was like, I can either cry now, or I can either keep it moving. If I cried, I was going to be crying for the rest of my life because the scar is going to still be there regardless. And I just thank God that I'm alive and I made it, And it, like my grandmother told me, it wasn't me fighting, it was all God, because it's God that fights our battles, not me. I did nothing. He did everything and I did nothing. So I thank God for everything and my scar. And like I say, I can tell people how I was bitten in the back by a flying shark, or flying goose with shark-like teeth. So what can you do? There's people going through a lot worse. But I really wanted this video to just be more of an educational video. Just to help others when they're in need. Prayer is such a powerful thing, and like just being there to hold someone's hand, or wishing them luck, or calling to check up on them, just to make sure they're okay, or little things like that. One thing I wanted to stress too with this whole thing is how important it was. If you notice, like, the gaps of me not going to the hospital like I was supposed to, like I should have, to get checked out when I first saw the bump on my back. Make sure that you go in if you notice anything strange about your body, about yourself, something that is not normal, or you're not feeling well, any little thing, no matter what it is, please go get checked out right away, ASAP, because it makes a big difference. You do not want to play with your life. And sometimes all it takes is one time. Sometimes you don't have, cats have 9 lives. We don't have 9 lives, we only have 1 life. So cherish your body and take care of yourself. It's such an important thing. Go for your checkups. Make sure you see a doctor. Drink lots of water, because that was one thing I had to work on. And also, I wanted to say that when I went in for my PET scan from the very first surgery, when I found out, when they were trying to check to see if the cancer was anywhere in my body, they came back on my PET scan and showed that I had some fibroids in my uterus. And that was another thing. I'm out now for surgery. I recently just had surgery January 7, 2019. Surgery for that. They had to remove the fibroids. It was very important that they removed the fibroids because of my history now with cancer. So they didn't want to take any chances. And I just had surgery for that. So I'm out now recovering from that, but I'm good. God is good. I did find out January 25th, 2019 that I am in remission. No cancer there either. They were checking to make sure that I didn't have any cancer there as well. So everything looks really, really good. I don't have cancer. I'm in remission right now. But like I said, it's because of the cancer being so aggressive and such a rare cancer. I do have to follow up with my oncologist and my surgeon every 3 months. They want 4 eyes on me to ensure that it doesn't return because it was such an aggressive cancer. So, but that's okay. God is so good, and I'm blessed to be alive. But I know that you guys probably also noticed that I changed the name of my YouTube channel. I changed it to Walk With Me because I didn't want the cancer in there anymore. I realized that, this is my testimony, and it was such a long, tough journey. But I didn't want to stay back and let cancer hold me down, because what I thought brought me down, actually helped me stood up. God is so good. So it didn't tear me down, and it's all because of God. So I didn't want to keep the cancer in my title anymore. Hopefully my story can help somebody else with cancer awareness. And if you notice anything weird about yourself, please go get it checked out. Please, please, please. This is a new day for me. cancer is behind me. I mean, I still know that I have to go in for my checkups, but I'm not going to let it have me scared anymore. God is good, regardless of what happens. What happens, you know? And I'm praying for anybody that's going, not even just cancer, not whatever you're going through, I'm praying for you. If anybody ever have any questions or anything, please feel free to send me a message. I'm here. I'll put the link down below where you can email me or send me a message. I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not claiming to be. This is just from my experience, my walk, and my journey. So I'm just letting you know from what happened with me. But it has been a tough journey. I know one thing is you can't run from whatever it is you're facing, because it'll only get worse, you know. Face it, and you can actually make it through, you know. The quicker the better. The quicker the better. The quicker you get seen, the better. So anybody else that's going through some things, I'm praying for you, regardless of what it is. It doesn't have to be cancer. And just be there for people, because everyone's going to need help one day. Everybody's going to need help. And I also want to thank my family, my friends, my coworkers, my coworker family, everybody for being there for me and encouraging me and helping me out when I was going through some tough times, because there was a time where I didn't have much income or any income at all. And I'm telling you, my family and friends came together and my coworkers came together, and I had no clue whatsoever, but they were such a blessing, and everyone was just so supportive and loving, calling me, checking up on me. The blessing that they gave me really helped my kids and I in so many ways. I want to thank my family and my kids for helping me out, helping me to the restroom and feeding me and just showing me so much love. Everyone did, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Words can't describe. I want to thank God for keeping me up. If it's all God, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here right now. And I wanted to put cancer behind me. I don't want to stop cancer awareness, because I'm going to let you guys, keep you guys filled in on my 3 months checkups and how everything goes. And I also have to take a picture of my back once a month, because of course, because they want to make sure everything is okay. And I do have to watch out for like the sun and everything. The sun, it wasn't skin cancer, it was the flesh and muscle, but I still have to be careful, you know. You have to be careful. And anyways, hopefully this can help someone else. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm not in no way a doctor or nurse or physician or anything like that. But if you want my opinion, or you want to know what I did or what I was going through, please feel free to send me a message. And I just wanted to say I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. God bless you. Stay blessed. Oh, by the way, initially they were saying that I was a stage 1 with this cancer. Come to find out later after a team of specialists, and I thank God that my doctor sent it out and had a team of specialists review my file, that I was a stage 2. And because of that, because it's so strong or so aggressive, they wanted to go back in and do another surgery after that one, my last surgery. But then they were like, first, because they did another PET scan, and it was like, it's very important. It looks like you're cancer free right now, you're in remission, but it was very important so that it wouldn't return they wanted to remove some more flesh to keep it from returning, possibly returning. But it looked like it was just scar tissue, so I didn't have to have another surgery. So I was stage 2, I found out. But it's all right, you know, everything happens for a reason. I am in remission, so I'm happy. I'm so happy. And like I say, I want to help. Hopefully one day I'm in the position where I can help someone else financially, because the hard thing was having to fight cancer, fight for your life. And like I say, it wasn't me, it was God. But, you know, stressing about your life, your health, and paying bills and taking care of your kids and going to work and all this stuff. But it helps when you have a great support team, like from your job, from your family, you know, your friends, your coworkers, and of course, number one, God, you know. But it can be a lot. It can be really heavy on you. And I know there's a lot of people that don't have what I had, you know, and hopefully I can reach out and help somebody else that needs help. This has been such a tough journey. I always say that if I ever I want to help the next person in line. So hopefully this can help someone else. And like I say, reach out and help somebody, because I don't care who you are, what title you are, what you do, or how much money you have. Everybody's going to need help one day. Everybody. I don't care who you are. We all will need help one day. And you never know. And tomorrow's not always promised. So count your blessings. And like I say, if anybody have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask me anything. And I'll see you in my next video.